at the end of the day, I think that this is the harsh question, but it's the real question. You might be successful, you might have money, you might be intelligent, but does that successful man want to have sex with you? Like that's the basic question. Yeah. Does he want to have sex with you? Because it might be a business relationship. You might be all the things. He might want to do business with you. He might want to have a meeting of the mind with you. But is he sexually attracted to you?
Man, oh man, we got another reaction for you today, and this comes from the Morning Hustle radio show. They have Kendra G on, and she talks about everything from starting her show to relationships, and she got asked some challenging questions, and you'll be surprised about her answers. But before we get to the video, hit that like button and the subscribe button. Also hit that bell for notifications. Until further ado, let's get to the video.
Say is it's never about Kendra trying to find a man. The man got to find Kendra, and I'm not easy. Here's the deal. I sit in a true seat of knowing my value and my worth, and I just feel like anyone that gets added on to me will be a blessed person because I'm a good woman. I'm an asset. I'm gonna pour in, and I feel like back to when I said I got the contract earlier this year. I was very strategic. I said, I'm not dating this year. And most men can relate to this because when you work for something, I hear men say all the time, I'm focused. I ain't think about no relationship. Yeah. I got to do certain things. So why is it so hard when a woman says the same thing? I didn't want anything to mess up the opportunity. It took me 25 years to get an opportunity to be attached to the Oprah Winfrey Network. No energy, nobody is going to ruin that year for me. I had to stay focused this year. So I could be in a relationship easy. I could be married just to shut everybody up, but I'm real authentic and genuine. I'm not a gimmick. And although I believe in marriage, I mean, I have 4 weddings this year. I don't believe marriage is the right thing for every human. And I don't know if marriage is the...
You say you believe in marriage, but marriage isn't for every single human. Now, I get it. She says she wanted to go ahead and get her business off the ground. That's why she stays single and things like that. I get that 100%. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to focus on your business, focus on what you got to do that. The thing is, and the contradictory thing is that you're hosting a dating show, but you don't have a man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because it's by choice. Jay. Like you said, you want to concentrate on your career, but at the end of the day, it's a little contradictory. But let's get to it.
Right thing for me. I would be in a committed relationship, but to sign a document and have my assets attached to a person at this moment in time.
That's how men be feeling.
No, listen, that's what I'm saying. Well, it feels like if I was a man, every man will understand my conversation. It's just because I'm a woman, you're not used to a woman saying, no, I'm good. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can't marry me and things go sour and then you think you're going to get half of my money and be with another woman. Honey, you go.
No, but see, this is the thing. What she's saying is what men think all the goddamn time. See, Kendra G, you're a successful woman. See, now you have the mentality of, I built this shit myself. I'm not giving it away. Why do you think so many dudes be feeling pissed off when they get married? They marry a chick, they be married to over 5 or 6 years, and then she take half. That the exact same thing you saying about what you don't want to do with a man is the exact same thing when men say about what they don't want to be with women. That's why they call a prenup. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
Going to heaven.
Can I?
You're gonna be at Tupac concerts. You're gonna be doing all things.
What if he got more than you though?
Okay. So let me ask you this: if a man has more than me, would y'all say more than likely he's gonna want more than one woman?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being okay. So why would I want to? So why would you ask me to agree to be with a man that y'all will all think is gonna have more than one woman?
I feel you. Listen, I've seen the.
Why would I sign up for that?
I've seen the maturation. I want to say this really quickly. I've seen when you've been head over heels with somebody.
Oh God.
I've seen when you've been done with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I've seen when you thought.
Because he knows me for real.
I've seen when you thought this was gonna be the one and all of that. You know what I mean? But so I like the maturation. I also remember the days where some of the things you're saying now you may not have agreed with back then.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I can say this. Shout out to Kyle and Leon, who I did the morning show with, who are married men who used to tell me stuff all the time.
All the time.
My
like,
show,
are you really thinking that way?
No, but let me tell you, maybe I was once the delusional women of the show that will call in because my show is my education form. People think like my show taught me everything I know for the last 6 years because I have interviewed people and now I actually know the real data. So now I'm really...
Yeah, that's one thing that I would definitely agree with. The more you do something, the better you get. Like you'll understand shit more. If she's been doing it for 6 years, that content, all them interviews and all those different things, and then people say, "Oh, she's a little red pill," but at the end of the day, she's starting to see the delusion that these women have. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get no better education than that shit.
In this, and I do singles events, so I know in real time the ratio for the amount of man that is described that women want opposed to the amount of options he has. So literally this tall, good-looking, attractive guy, it's not an exaggeration when I say he has a good 10,000 options. I could bring him to different cities and every woman is still, because women are like everybody, attraction wins. So even when we have a singles event, people are still focusing on the most attraction first over the character first. So I will say Kyle is correct. And my show has taught me now what I know.
Do you see that it's more available and worthy women than men? Because we did see you were at InvestFest.
Yes.
And then when I look at InvestFest and your singles event, when I looked at the videos of InvestFest, there was a lot of men. Then when I looked at that room of singles, I know it was in Atlanta, but I seen a lot of women in that room.
So there's two videos. So for InvestFest, first of all, I got to show love since we're talking about InvestFest to Rashad and Troy, who have put...
Yeah, man, that video, if you go to Pink Book Lesson, she did a video on it. Go, I'll leave a link in the description, man. But the thing is that InvestFest, there were just as many men at InvestFest than women. The thing is, a lot of those guys some of those guys probably weren't single, so they didn't go to the singles events. Men probably went to the event to get some knowledge and learn some shit. Women went to the event to get the men. And when men aren't interested in the women, they're interested in getting the knowledge. They're not going to go to the singles events. A lot of the men that probably went to the event was either married or had somebody.
Me a part of InvestFest for the last 3 years. Yeah. This is why I people think I don't like black men. No, I don't like men, or I don't like people in general that are just negative. I love black men because
haven't you only dated black men?
I've only dated black men, but also like so many black men like Rashad and Troy have put me in position to win genuinely. My dad is a black man who has invested in me more than any human on this earth. So I really do love black men. But to your question about, you said something about...
Is more eligible.
This is the thing that I think women got to get to when it comes to dating. At the end of the day, I think that this is the harsh question, but it's the real question. You might be successful. You might have money, you might be intelligent, but does that successful man want to have sex with you? That's the basic question. Yeah. Does he want to have sex with you? Because it might be a business relationship. You might be all the things. He might want to do business with you. He might want to have a meeting of the mind with you. But is he sexually attracted to you? Does he want you to have his children? Are you then going to put what you're doing second to be a part of his life? Because he has so many options of women that are willing to do that. You know, a lot of times that these women want, they don't want you to have a boss, because it's like, yo, I have men friends that are like, I don't want her to have a job. If I'm going to Italy, she got to be able to come with me to Italy for 2 weeks. She can't be asking nobody for permission if you want that type of guy. So I think there's a misconception, and things that I've also learned from being in this space now and owning a dating app. And this again is after doing all these interviews and just...
Before she continues, go back to what she said about the attraction thing. Women think that their freaking degrees are a physical attraction to a man. A man will date a goddamn cleaning lady if she's attractive. A man will date a McDonald's worker if she's attractive. Men don't give a damn about your degrees. Men don't give a damn about your goddamn money, how much money you make, especially if he's a successful man. Are you a one of one? And a lot of women think because I have these credentials that he's going to be physically attracted to me. If you got all these credentials and you look like Big Shirley, he's not going to be physically attracted to you. I'm keeping it honest, yo. Men are visual creatures. But let's continue.
In real time, talking to these men, I think that successful women sometimes forget there is a very important attraction a part of this. that has to be in consideration. And I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
And listen, sis, don't put your worth on if a guy likes you or not. You're worthy. I think you are amazing and beautiful, but you just might not be his preference. Just like how women have a preference. He makes $40,000. That's not your preference. That's fair. So if a guy says, I have a preference in age or availability, or, you know, you got to give him that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ty just said that.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing that women don't get. Like, women can have preferences all goddamn day. I don't want a short man. I don't want a man to make $50,000. I don't want the bus driver. I don't want the cleaning guy. But a man can't have a preference. If a man is successful and has his shit together, what if he wants a woman that's physically fit? What if he wants a woman that's that's a light skin? What if he wants a woman that's dark skin? What if he wants a woman that's, you know, educated or uneducated? You don't know what that man wants. The same preferences that y'all want as women, men can have too. So you gotta get that out of your head though.
Other day, what did he say? That the youngest you should date is half your age plus seven?
I've heard that. I don't think there's one size. Here's the thing. Also, I learned there's not a one size fit all answer. The answer is really unique to you. What works for you? Everybody has a different reason for a different reason. I'm a worldly woman. Like, so for me, it's difficult. I could be with a man in Atlanta, or I could go to Spain tomorrow. I country hop, honey. I don't club hop. There's some people who are confined to their city.
No.
I mean, it is what it is.
That's true.
I'm trying to go like we did.
Let me hit you with this real quick. Let's go to the show for a second, because I love this description, right? Dating Downloaders, the show, Kendra G show.
Yeah.
It says where you take 10 women and pair them with the exact type of man they say they want on paper.
Yes.
The provider, the entrepreneur, the soft guy,
Yes.
the reformed player. So how often do they meet? I know we have to watch all the episodes,
Right.
but just give me an idea of how it is when they say they want this guy, and the realism that hits them when the guy gives them his requirement.
Kyle always brings it back to me.
Yeah.
Why Kyle is so great at this job. I love Kyle so much. He's going to always reset it. So what you're going to learn in Dating Downloads is it's in Front Street. You're going to see it in real time. We did our best to match either aesthetic or a characteristic. So we found the character of what you say you want. You want a guy that's going to be faithful, loyal, and not cheat, but maybe he didn't have the aesthetic. And you see in episode 3 with Julie and Roger, and the internet is having a crazy time with Julie, because she says in real time, I was disappointed when I saw him. I like high yellow men with tattoos. This man.
Yo. I did a reaction to that video, man. And that chick had me so heated, yo. Like, this dude had everything. He had a good job. He had all the characteristics, but then you go ahead and say you want a certain type of man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Kendra G just took the dude off the street. She wrote down what you wanted in a man, found the man that closest fit what you wanted in a man. You still rejected his ass. I remember that I did a reaction to that. Matter of fact, I'll leave that in the playlist.
Looks boring, and you know, and what, you know, we're only seeing a portion of the date. I was there in real time. I also have producer credits for Dating Downloads, so I was there in real time during the date. And I liked Roger so much because he was like, oh, you never been here? I want to take you here. Oh, you never been to that place? Like, he was like willing to like show her different things.
She was in the look.
Right.
She was like, it was like a no-go. And then she was like, you know, we do a thing after. She was like, and then she even says to me, when you watch it, I was like, that was your husband. She was like, he would have to have a lot of money for me to be with a man like him, so my friends could understand.
I saw
Like, so you're seeing it.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. When she said that shit, man, I literally hit the floor. I said, you care about what your friends care about? You care about what your friends care? See, that's the problem with a lot of women, man. Women care about what their friends think. It ain't about what you think and how he can treat you and how he would love you and be dedicated to you and show you new things. It's about what your girlfriend who ain't had a man in 17 years think. That be the problem with a lot of these women. The first thing they do is they think about what their friends gonna think. Fuck what your friends think. Do you think a man care about what his friends think about who he dealing with? Hell no.
real time
Yeah.
what some of the mindsets of the women.
And why she's single.
Right.
Yeah, why she's
Ultimately.
Now, to be fair, I only interview the women except for one guy. Now, this one's going to set it off. There is one episode in which I interview the guy, and I we'll see how things go, but we definitely will do more interviews with men if we, continue on with the series. But this one is only the women. So I think the women are on Front Street. But I think this also applies to men. Sometimes men say they want character, but you choose the baddie. You choose the woman that wants you
all the time.
because of your money.
Yeah.
So you
They just want
cannot
her for the
get mad.
weekend, though. They don't want to marry her.
But
No,
but
don't get her pregnant.
okay.
Right?
Listen,
Thank you.
If they get her pregnant, then you locked in, and you can't get mad at the baby hustle, because whoever has the most to lose in the relationship needs to be the wisest. Like, she's supposed to try. I don't condone this, but some girls are on a baby hustle. Like, that's the way they're gonna get to the millions, and you should.
Think about the chick that Anthony Edwards got pregnant. She on a baby hustle. He paid out $1.8 million, 18 years of child support. She still want more money. Brittany Renner, all these women are on a baby hustle. That's what you call a baby hustle. They don't give a damn about the kid. They care about how much money they can extract from the man. And this is why I tell dudes, man, y'all gotta learn how to use discipline, yo. Use discipline. Use a condom. Use protection. Make sure that you are straight. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You don't think these chicks look at your bank account and say, I can get about 10 grand a month from his ass for 18 years. And the judge can be like, okay, give it to him. Because the state get a cut too.
Be educated enough to know what she's on and protect yourself, because you have the most to lose, not her.
Right.
You know?
That's
Anthony
the truth. That's a
Edwards.
fact.
So how did these the
That's
questionnaires work out? Because I know, like, I watch a lot of these dating
Yeah.
shows, and they're like, these questionnaires are like 5,000 questions.
No. Well, no. So the thing with dating, download, it was a date. So they got to literally be on the date.
I mean, as far as when you vet out the people.
Oh, when we vet out the people.
Yeah.
What we try to do the best is you always get a lot of women. So we just try to, we try to match as many men we had to what women were asking for. But you should really watch dating. I mean, it's like they're like snippets. They're like about 17 minutes each every episode, but they're so good. Like, I had one girl, your friend, Michael B. Jordan. She said he wasn't.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. I knew it. Kendra can't help us out.
No, but I just remember that, y'all had a moment.
I don't think I ever known him.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay, but either or. She said in the episode that Michael, because she's a journalist, and she was saying, I asked her a question. So as a journalist, if you interview people, if Michael B. Jordan was asking you on a date, you would say no. And she was like, well, he's not my type. And I was like, what? But here's the deal. When it went past online, a lot of women were saying, he ain't my type either. And I was literally flabbergasted, because I work on this in real time. And I'm just saying, like, this is a hardworking black man. Loves his mother. In every moment of his biggest career, he had his mama with him. So that shows his character. Everyone speaks so highly of him. Got no kids, never been married, and that type of man's not your type. I mean, he couldn't he can't get a date.
Was he ugly?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. We're gonna end the video here, man. The thing about Michael B. Jordan is what you call the safe guy. He's the safe guy. Like, he's the type of guy that women be like, oh, he boring. He went to acting school. He did all these things. He's the safe. He's just the Steve Urkel to turn Stefan type. That's the type he is. So women they're attracted to the bad boy. I don't care if they 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. They're attracted to the bad boy. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Michael B. Jordan, he can have all the success in the world, but a lot of women just don't, it is what it is. You can't fault them. Hey, they like what they like. Like, I'm a Nia Long. I love me some Nia Long. There's some dudes out there that don't like Nia Long. I can't be mad because they don't like Nia Long. But hey, it is what it is. It's your boy Jay here with another video. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. Also hit that bell for notifications. Until next time, folks, I'm out. Just don't sit there. Click on the next video. You won't regret it. I promise you.